Going on, Jerome's Week 11 NFL picks. Sure to go wrong, entertainment purposes only, but we actually got off the mat last week. We actually had a good couple of weeks. We went 9-3-1. We are 66, 68, and 7 on the season, and really recovering from a bit of a rough start. And also, the Vikings are going to win every single one of these games. And if you disagree, you are wrong. How does it feel? So let's start off. Noon games, no more international games. So Pittsburgh is on the road taking on the Browns. No Deshaun Watson. It's going to be the DTR show. But Pittsburgh, well, first off, Pittsburgh's offense is very poopy. I don't know how Mike Tomlin does it. Cleveland's defense is elite. So I actually do think that the Browns find a way to win by a field goal. This could be like an ugly sort of, this game might be 10-7. Or 10-6, something like that. Next up, you got the Bears getting the hook at plus 7.5, playing the Lions. Now, division game's always a little bit tight. I do feel like the Bears have gotten it together to a degree over the last couple of weeks. They're getting a little bit healthier along the O-line as well as on defense. Also, Justin Fields is back, even though I did like the way that Tyson Bagent played, but I don't know, division game, getting the hook, I can't help myself. Give me the Bears in this spot, getting the touchdown plus. Then got the Chargers and Justin Herbert. Did you see a thing where Justin Herbert and the Chargers are exactly 500 since he got there, and they've given up the exact same amount of yards as they've gained? It's really weird, man. But the Packers are in disarray. The fan base is ready to revolt. I don't think that they get things together. But, I mean, a field goal in this spot, I think that the Chargers do cover. But, I mean, it's not a game that we're really excited about. And, again, if you bet the entire card, you got problems. Nah. Entertainment purposes only. Next up, you got the Raiders, 14-point dogs on the road against the Dolphins. Now, again, Miami is really good at beating up on bad teams. I do think that the Raiders and Antonio Pierce have a little something going. 2 touchdowns is a little bit too much. I do think that Miami ultimately does win, but is this like a 30-17 type game, 30-20 type game? Potentially. Next up, you got the Giants and Washington. Now, like we said, division games are always close, but the Giants are just bad. Just straight up bad. And Tommy DeVito, don't believe in him. Saquon is dinged up. Washington played a really tough, close game against the Seahawks last week. I think that they come home. I think that they get things done in like a 20-10 type fashion. Next up, you got the Cowboys 10-point road favorites against the Carolina Panthers. Frank Reich taking back play calling. I don't know, like Carolina is just bereft of playmakers. They can't protect Bryce Young. Bryce Young is also playing bad, so it's not part of it. And also injuries on defense. But Dallas starting to roll a little bit. I think that Dallas goes in. I think they do put the bang thing on Carolina. I think this is like a 31-9 type game. Tennessee getting 6.5 on the road against Jacksonville. Jacksonville got humbled. This is a division game. Will Levis, after his nice start, has had 2 sort of rough games. I think that it is 3 rough games in a row. I think Jacksonville wins, like a 24-16 type game. Last of the noon games, Arizona at Houston. Sneaky good matchup. So Kyler is back, led them to a last-second win against the Falcons last week. Houston coming off that big win in Cincinnati, back when that actually meant something. But I think that this is going to be a close game. Give me Arizona and the points, and also if you want to pay a little extra, get the full 7. I won't be mad at you. But I do think ultimately Houston does win. But I think Arizona keeps it close. I think, and also Kyler being from that area, I think that he's going to be ramped up and fired up and have himself a really good game. Next up, first of the late games, Tampa Bay at San Francisco. Whatever. I do think that Tampa and Mike Evans, they keep it relatively close, but I obviously don't think that they win. But the Niners, after the big-time win on the East Coast against the Jaguars coming back home, I mean, is a spot where it's like a 30-20 type game, sure. But, I mean, this spot, even though Tampa's traveling all the way out to San Francisco, I think that that's too many points. The Jets against the Bills, I'm just blindly taking the opposition whenever the Bills are favored by a touchdown plus. I'm doing that. Plus the Jets, in division, they did beat the Bills once already this season, week 1, the Aaron Rodgers Achilles game. And also, I do think that Rob Salah has not the secret sauce, but I think that they got a good game plan for Buffalo with Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. So again, I'm not saying the Jets win outright, but give me the touchdown in this divisional matchup. Seattle at the Rams. I've gone back and forth in this. Like Seattle, I don't buy, and I feel like the Rams, especially with Stafford back healthy, I mean, they can be. Actually, no, I'm gonna change it. There we go. I think the Rams win outright. Where I don't believe in the Seahawks. I just really don't. But I think the Rams do get it done. Sunday night football. Ooh, Sunday night. So the Vikings against the Broncos. Now, I mean, this game is actually kind of tough. The Broncos got healthy on defense. They also get Kareem Jackson back. Offensively, Russell is actually kind of cooking. He's not ass, thank you, like he was last season. And Cortland Sutton is a monster on the outside. Losing a Caleb Evans for the game is kind of tough. But I think the Vikings win outright, obviously, as well as cover the 3. Ooh, money line. And then the heavyweight matchup, you got the Eagles on the road against Kansas City at Arrowhead. Eagles getting 2.5 in this spot. Kind of gone back and forth in this, but I do think that Mahomes and company do get it done in the Kelsey Bowl. It's going to be a close game, but it's end up being like a 31-28 type game, 30-27 type game. Either way, it's going to be a hell of a matchup. I'm really looking forward to it. But that's it. That's at Week 11 NFL picks. Again, entertainment purposes only. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But next time, Skull Production Value.